Hi, welcome to our math. Today I'm doing a series of videos on compositions of functions. In this video, I have f of x equals the square root of x plus 4 and g of x equals x squared. So what it means to be a composition of function is f of g of x means we're taking f of x and into the x input position, we're putting g of x. So composition of functions means you're putting one function into the input position of the other function. So we get f of the input is x squared is going to be the square root of x squared plus 4. All right, it says for each of these, calculate the following. Done. Then it says find the domain of each. Well, I do want to note that the domain of f of x, x plus 4 has to be greater than or equal to 0, so x has to be greater than or equal to negative 4. So my domain is negative 4 to positive infinity. And my domain of g of x, because this is x squared, my domain of g of x is going to be all real, negative infinity to positive infinity. There is no restrictions on what you can put into x squared. So it's kind of nice to see where we're starting from with our domains. For this one's kind of interesting. Because we're under a square root, what's under the square root has to be positive. So x squared plus 4 has to be greater than or equal to 0. But that means x squared, which is always positive, has to be greater than or equal to negative 4. Okay, well, x squared is this, 0 to positive infinity. And we're saying that this has to be greater than negative 4. It's always positive. If you take something that's 0 or greater and you add 4 to it, that means this, on a number line, is 4 to positive infinity. That's what this number is. It's going to start when x is 0. It's going to be 0. And then from there, it's just going to get bigger. This value, x squared plus 4, is going to be 4 or greater, which means it's never going to be negative, which means our domain is all real. There's no restriction on this because we're taking a positive and adding a number to it. It's an interesting situation where we have a square root with an unlimited domain. Okay, g of f of x, that's where we take g and we put the f of x function into it. So g is x squared, so we're going to take g of the square root of x plus 4. So it's going to be the square root of x plus 4, and we're going to square it. So this is going to become, these are inverse functions, so they're going to cancel each other out, x plus 4. Well, this is just an equation of a line, so our domain, again, is all real. F of x, this one's kind of funky, fun, and interesting. What's going to happen is we're doing f of x. So we're doing f of the square root of x plus 4, which means we're going to have the square root of x plus 4 plus 4. Well, this right here says that x plus 4 has to be greater than or equal to 0, so x has to be greater than or equal to negative 4, so our domain is negative 4 to infinity. All right. And then this last one, I don't know why our little of is trying to escape. Run away, run away. This is g of x. So we're going to have g of x squared equals x squared squared, which is x to the 4th, which, like x squared, has no limitations on the domain. You can put anything into x, so the domain is all real. All right. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.